Are you yearning for a life filled with true wellness and purpose? Imagine waking up each day, feeling completely in tune with yourself and the world around you. Imagine every breath, every moment, becoming a doorway to a richer, fuller experience of life. If that vision speaks to you, then mindfulness might just be the answer you've been looking for. This isn't about quick fixes or surface-level solutions. Mindfulness, as taught by the legendary Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh, offers something much deeper. His teachings are like a warm embrace, inviting us to pause, breathe, and see the beauty in even the smallest details of life. Through his wisdom, we learn that mindfulness isn't just about clearing the mind, it's about opening our hearts, transforming how we see the world, and finding peace within. In his classic text, Thich Nhat Hanh guides us through insight-driven practices, each one crafted to peel away the layers of stress, distraction, and worry that cloud our minds. These aren't just practices, they are lifelines, each one helping us connect more deeply with our true selves, our loved ones, and the profound beauty that lies in the present moment. So, let's take this journey together. Let's dive into these powerful teachings and explore a path that can fill our lives with more meaning, health, and peace than we ever thought possible. Are you ready to step into a life where every moment matters? Let's begin. Are you caught in the endless cycle of dreaming about a perfect future or replaying moments from a past you can't change? Many of us find ourselves trapped here, drifting between what ifs and what next, barely touching the present moment. We chase after a future that hasn't arrived, while the present slips through our fingers, unnoticed. And yet, the reality is that life only truly unfolds right here, in this very moment. Thich Nhat Hanh, a teacher of boundless wisdom and compassion, offers us a lifeline through mindfulness, a simple but transformative path back to now. His teachings don't ask us to clear our minds completely or force ourselves to stop thinking. Instead, they invite us to notice, to gently bring our awareness back to the present with kindness. The present moment is where we are most alive, most at peace, and it's always within reach. Imagine a life where, instead of your mind pulling you into the worries of tomorrow or the regrets of yesterday, you could just be, not rushing, not waiting, but simply existing in each moment as it is. These moments are the ones we tend to overlook: the warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of fresh air, the steady rhythm of your breath. It's easy to brush these off as insignificant, but these small details are the heartbeats of life itself. Through Thich Nhat Hanh's simple Buddhist practices, we learn to honor these moments, to see them as the treasures they are. Each practice he teaches is a gentle reminder to pause, to breathe, and to feel the depth of life in each moment. These aren't complicated rituals, they're small acts of awareness that anyone can do. Just noticing your breath, a small, almost automatic action, can anchor you to the present and help calm the mind. It's like being given the keys to an inner sanctuary, a place of refuge you can carry with you wherever you go. When we stop chasing the future or clinging to the past, something extraordinary happens. We begin to notice the richness in the here and now. We start to feel gratitude for the simple things, our breath, our body, the very life we often take for granted. This is more than just slowing down. It's about reclaiming our lives from the demands and pressures that push us away from our own peace. By anchoring ourselves in the present, we find a deep well of calm within, a space where worries don't rule us and the weight of our to-do lists fades away. But it's not just peace we find in the present moment, it's joy, contentment, and even love. The present is where we can fully experience each conversation, each touch, each smile. It's where we connect with the world and the people around us in a way that feels real and true. We start to appreciate the beauty of our immediate surroundings, the warmth of a loved one's voice, the quiet support of a friend, or even the stillness of our own company. These moments, while subtle, are deeply fulfilling, like drinking from a well that quenches a thirst you didn't even know you had. With Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings as our guide, we are reminded that we don't need to wait for peace or happiness, they're already here, waiting in each present moment. And by cultivating this awareness, we start to live in a way that is grounded, free from the push and pull of time. We see that life doesn't need to be chased or controlled, it needs to be cherished, one moment at a time. So, let's step into the gift of now, knowing that it's where our truest selves reside. This moment, right here, holds all the potential for peace and joy. It's an invitation to stop, to breathe, and to be, fully and completely. And with each step we take in the present, we rediscover life in its purest, most beautiful form. Imagine a young monk, standing in an icy kitchen, faced with the task of scrubbing dishes with cold water and rough, gritty rice husks. The work is tedious and uncomfortable, something most people would do as quickly as possible just to be done with it. Fast forward to today, and that same kitchen has been modernized, with appliances that make dishwashing swift and easy. The monks now have more time to relax and enjoy a warm cup of tea afterward, free from the drudgery of dishwashing. Yet, for Thich Nhat Hanh, this progress doesn't necessarily mean things have improved. Thich Nhat Hanh, even as a young monk, believed there was something valuable in the act of washing dishes by hand, even if it seemed mundane or unpleasant. For him, the real value lay not in getting the dishes clean but in the act of washing itself. Why? Because when we wash dishes simply to clean them, we rush through it, focused solely on reaching the end result. We're not really present, we're thinking about what comes next. This habit, Thich Nhat Hanh argues, reflects how so many people live their lives, not really in each moment, but constantly rushing forward, never truly satisfied or fulfilled. This approach may sound strange at first, but think about how often we rush through our own lives. Whether it's hurrying through daily chores, impatiently finishing tasks, or even scrolling through social media, we're always chasing the next thing, moving from one moment to the next without stopping to savor the one we're in. In that sense, we're already living in the future, our minds constantly somewhere else, searching for something more or something better. And this constant search often leaves us feeling empty, as if something is always missing. We may complete task after task, but in the process, we forget to live. Instead, Thich Nhat Hanh and the teachings of the Sutra of Mindfulness encourage us to be present, to find peace and awareness in whatever we're doing, even washing dishes. When we bring our full attention to each task, whether it's something as simple as dishwashing or as complex as our work, we transform that moment into something more profound. We're no longer in a hurry to finish, we're simply there, finding joy and purpose in the act itself. By focusing on what's happening right now, we allow ourselves to experience life more deeply and with more gratitude. The Sutra of Mindfulness, an ancient Buddhist text, holds a beautiful message about how we can live our lives with deeper peace and awareness. This wisdom, passed down for centuries, teaches us something incredibly simple yet profound: be mindful. Be fully present with whatever you're doing, no matter how small or ordinary the task may seem. Imagine washing dishes, something we usually rush through just to get done. Most of us see it as a chore, an annoying, boring task that needs to be over as quickly as possible. But what if, instead of focusing on finishing, we focus on the act itself? What if we let ourselves feel the warm water, notice the smoothness of the dish, and just experience each movement without any need to hurry? When we approach life like this, every task becomes a chance to be truly present. Thich Nhat Hanh, with his gentle wisdom, shows us that by paying attention to these little moments, we start to see that life isn't just about reaching the end of a task. Life isn't a race to check off a list of things we've done. It's about being here, really here, in each moment. And these moments are everywhere, in washing a dish, tying our shoes, listening to the birds, or feeling the sun on our face. These seemingly small actions aren't just things we have to do, they are moments where life itself is happening. Through mindfulness, we learn to appreciate the beauty in these quiet, often overlooked parts of our day. Life, as Thich Nhat Hanh teaches, isn't just made up of big celebrations, major achievements, or important goals. Those things are wonderful, but they're not the whole picture. Life is also found in the little, ordinary moments, the ones we usually rush past or ignore. It's in the calmness of a morning cup of tea, the feeling of soft sheets as we make the bed, or the steady rhythm of our breathing as we sit in silence. Mindfulness reminds us to slow down, to let ourselves be fully there in each task, not just speeding through to get to the next thing. It's a way of showing ourselves that every moment is precious. When we wash a dish, for example, we're not just cleaning a plate, we're connecting with this exact moment, with the simple act of washing. It's about bringing our attention to what we're doing right now and appreciating it for what it is. And this shift, from rushing to be done to simply being in the moment, is a gift. It gives us a sense of peace, a feeling that life is complete just as it is, without constantly needing to do more or be more. Instead of looking outside ourselves for satisfaction, we start to find joy right where we are. Each task, no matter how small, becomes a way to reconnect with ourselves and with life. So, the next time you find yourself doing something routine, something you might usually rush through, take a breath. Let yourself feel the moment, and remember that this isn't just a task to finish. This is a part of life, a chance to be fully present, to feel alive and connected. When we live like this, with mindfulness and gratitude, every action becomes meaningful, and every moment becomes something to cherish. This is the wisdom of mindfulness that Thich Nhat Hanh offers us. Life is not just about reaching some end goal. It's about each step along the way. Each breath, each smile, each small task holds value. By being present, we honor these moments, and in doing so, we honor our own lives. So, let's take a moment to be here, right now, embracing life in all its simplicity and beauty. Imagine your mind as a busy street, with thoughts rushing by like cars, work commitments, family responsibilities, endless to-do lists. Often, it feels like there's no quiet moment to just be. Mindfulness is that rare invitation to step back, to not let the noise of past regrets or future worries consume us. But achieving that sense of peace is easier said than done. Life keeps pulling us in different directions, and our minds often seem to spiral on their own, leaving us overwhelmed. How do we find that moment of calm, that return to the present? One powerful answer lies in something we always carry with us, our breath. Thich Nhat Hanh teaches that mindful breathing can be a bridge back to the present moment, helping us to restore our connection to our body and mind. Think of it as a gentle anchor that brings you back whenever you feel swept away by distractions. By focusing on your breathing, you're giving yourself permission to pause, to step away from the rush of thoughts and just be, if only for a few moments. Here's how it works. Whenever you feel like you're drifting into worry or getting lost in your thoughts, stop and take a deep, intentional breath. Breathe in deeply, filling your lungs, and then slowly exhale, letting go of any tension. Notice how your breath feels, how the air flows in and out, how your chest or belly moves with each inhale and exhale. It's about being fully present with each breath, paying attention to the sensation and allowing yourself to focus solely on this moment. With mindful breathing, it's important to focus on diaphragmatic breathing, or belly breathing. Instead of shallow breaths that fill only the upper chest, let your stomach gently rise as you breathe in and fall as you exhale. This type of breathing helps you access a deeper sense of calm and centers your mind and body. If you're new to this, it may help to lie down so you can feel the rise and fall of your belly more clearly. Start small, just 10 or 20 breaths. Don't force anything or worry about doing it right. Over time, this will feel more natural, like finding your own rhythm within the breath. At first, this way of breathing may feel unfamiliar. After all, we spend so much of our lives breathing without thinking about it, moving quickly from one thing to the next. But with practice, your breaths will start to feel more even, your inhales and exhales matching in length. This harmony between each breath brings a new kind of awareness and calm that gently pulls you back into the present. This simple act of mindful breathing is a reminder that peace doesn't have to be found in some far-off place. It's right here, within us, with each breath we take. As we breathe mindfully, we reconnect with ourselves, bringing awareness back to the present and feeling more grounded. In moments of stress or distraction, our breath can be our refuge, a source of calm, clarity, and connection to the here and now. With each inhale and exhale, we remind ourselves that we're alive, that this moment is enough. Through the simple power of breath, we find our way back to the present, to a place of balance and calm that exists within us, ready whenever we need it. In the whirlwind of our daily lives, commitments and obligations can often feel overwhelming. We rush from one task to the next, barely pausing to breathe. Ideally, we'd like to be mindful every moment of every day, fully present and aware. But let's be real, life doesn't always allow for that kind of luxury. We're busy, and sometimes, practicing mindfulness can feel like just another item on our never-ending to-do list. So, here's a thought: what if you dedicated one full day each week to mindfulness? Yes, it might feel a bit indulgent at first, but think of it as a vital investment in your well-being. This day can serve as an essential antidote to the stress that builds up throughout the week, a protective shield against life slipping by in a blur. By carving out this time, you're saying to yourself, I deserve this. I deserve to slow down and truly live. To make the most of your mindfulness day, choose a consistent day each week. Consistency helps cement this habit, turning it into a delightful ritual you can look forward to. Set reminders for yourself, like sticky notes on your bathroom mirror or a gentle alarm on your phone. These little nudges will keep mindfulness at the forefront of your mind, making it easier to remember and prioritize. Start your day wisely. Before you even rise from bed, take a moment to engage in deep breathing. Feel the breath fill your lungs and then release it slowly. This practice sets a peaceful tone for the day ahead. As you move through your morning tasks, whether it's brushing your teeth, showering, or making breakfast, try to do so with full awareness. Engage your senses, notice the warmth of the water, the taste of your food, the sounds around you. This mindfulness in your routine will create a rich and meaningful start to your day. Consider treating yourself to a mindful bath. This doesn't just mean soaking in hot water, it's about immersing yourself in the experience. Light a candle, add your favorite essential oils, and allow the warmth to envelop you as you breathe deeply. Let the stresses of the week dissolve as you soak in the present moment. As the day winds down, find time in the evening to read or write. Let your mind wander through stories or express your thoughts on paper. This is a beautiful way to reflect on your day and engage with your inner self. Finally, as dinner approaches, be mindful of your eating. Avoid overeating by listening to your body's signals. Eat slowly, savoring each bite, and pay attention to how the food makes you feel. This conscious approach not only enhances your dining experience but also nurtures a healthy relationship with food. By dedicating one day a week to mindfulness, you create a sanctuary for yourself amid life's chaos. This day becomes a powerful reminder that life is not just about doing but about being. It's about fully experiencing each moment and appreciating the beauty that surrounds you. So, embrace this opportunity, take it to heart, and let it transform the way you live. You deserve this time to reconnect with yourself and the world, to breathe deeply, and to truly be present. In the heart of Buddhist teachings lies a profound truth: everything in our world is interconnected. Buddhist monks embody this understanding, showcasing remarkable fearlessness and compassion that stem from their awareness of the web of life that binds us all. They recognize that no single entity exists in isolation. Rather, each aspect of the universe relies on and supports another in a delicate dance of existence. Consider a simple table. While many might see it as a standalone object, monks perceive the story woven into its creation. They understand how the sun's warmth and the rain's nourishing drops help a tree grow strong, providing the wood needed for a carpenter to fashion it into a table. This insight extends beyond objects. It encompasses every person, every creature, and every element of nature. We are not separate, we are part of a vast tapestry, each thread contributing to the overall picture. Yet, in our modern lives, we often fall prey to what can be termed the false view of self. We believe ourselves to be isolated, separate from one another and from the world around us. This perception creates barriers, leading to feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and suffering. We compartmentalize our lives, thinking we must navigate them alone, when in truth, we are intricately connected to everyone and everything. This illusion of separateness can weigh heavily on our hearts, causing distress and isolation. To combat this pervasive sense of disconnection, it's crucial to engage in regular meditation focused on the interdependency of existence. This practice invites us to reflect deeply on how our lives intertwine with others, allowing us to see the invisible threads that connect us all. In meditation, we can visualize the web of life, recognizing that our actions, thoughts, and emotions ripple through this intricate network, affecting others in ways we might not even realize. Imagine taking a moment each day to sit in stillness, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. With each inhale, envision drawing in the energy and life of the world around you. With each exhale, release your worries and fears, allowing them to dissolve into the universe. As you continue this practice, reflect on how your life touches those of others. Picture the smiles you share, the kindnesses you offer, and the compassion you extend. Feel the connections growing stronger, bridging the gaps between you and the world. This meditation can awaken a sense of unity and belonging, replacing feelings of isolation with warmth and compassion. When we understand that our happiness is intertwined with the happiness of others, we begin to act with greater kindness and empathy. We start to recognize that when one person suffers, we all feel the impact, and when one person thrives, we all benefit. Ultimately, by embracing this interconnectedness, we cultivate a sense of fearlessness. We realize that we are not alone in our struggles. Others share our challenges and triumphs. This awareness fosters a deep compassion for ourselves and others, encouraging us to reach out, connect, and support one another. So, take a moment to reflect on your place within this beautiful tapestry of life. Acknowledge the connections that bind you to the world, and let this understanding fill you with love and compassion. Remember, you are not just a solitary thread, you are an integral part of a magnificent design, and your existence contributes to the beauty of the whole. Embrace this truth, and let it empower you to live with a sense of purpose, compassion, and joy. When you encounter emotions like anger or jealousy, approach them with gentleness and respect. Instead of viewing these feelings as adversaries, see them as important messages from your inner self, trying to communicate something vital to you. They are not enemies to be fought against, they are aspects of the interdependent whole that make you who you are. Embracing them in this way allows you to understand their origins and release their hold over you. As you become more skilled in this practice, you'll notice a shift. You'll start to feel more at peace with your emotions, recognizing that they are transient and do not define you. This newfound clarity can transform your interactions with the world. You may find yourself responding with greater patience and compassion, not just toward others, but toward yourself as well. Mindfulness teaches us that we have the power to be fully present in each moment, experiencing life in its entirety. It reminds us that, while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond to those events. This response becomes a choice to embrace awareness, a choice to engage with life fully and authentically. So, take a moment to breathe and ground yourself. Let go of the urge to escape or hide. Instead, embrace the beauty of being present. Understand that every thought and emotion, whether pleasant or challenging, is part of your journey. By practicing mindfulness, you are not only fostering awareness, you are learning to celebrate the entirety of your existence. You are awakening to the reality of life, engaging with it bravely and fully, moment by moment. In the journey of mindfulness and meditation, we often find ourselves overwhelmed by the many techniques and methods available. It's easy to get lost in the complexities of advanced practices, but before we dive deep into those waters, mastering the basics is essential. Let's explore two powerful exercises that embody these foundational principles, the pebble and the baby. The pebble. Imagine for a moment that you are a small pebble gently floating down to the bottom of a clear, tranquil river. Picture the serene water cradling you, carrying you down, and feel the gentle currents washing around you. You're not fighting against anything, instead, you're surrendering to the peaceful flow of the river. This is a powerful exercise in letting go, a reminder that sometimes the best thing we can do is simply rest in the present moment. As you begin this visualization, take a deep breath and allow your body to relax. Let each breath carry you deeper into that feeling of calmness. It may take you around 15 minutes to fully settle into this state of serene rest, but don't rush it. Once you reach that peaceful place, allow yourself to maintain this state for another 30 minutes, observing your breathing as it flows in and out. In this practice, nothing can drag you back to the past or pull you into the future. Your focus remains solely on the present moment, on the gentle rhythm of your breath. Here, in this space of tranquility, you start to realize an important truth: true enlightenment, or becoming a Buddha, can only be achieved when you find complete serenity in the now. It's not about escaping reality but fully embracing it, allowing you to connect with the essence of your being. The baby. Now, let's transition to another meditation exercise, one that invites you to explore the profound relationship between birth and death. Sit comfortably in a lotus position and begin to breathe mindfully. With each inhale and exhale, visualize the moment of your birth. Picture the joy, the light, the newness of life. But here's the deeper understanding: with each birth, there is also a death. They are not opposing forces but rather two sides of the same coin, existing together in an intricate dance of life. As you reflect on this, allow yourself to understand that your birth is a beautiful beginning, and it is intricately linked to the inevitable end that is death. Instead of viewing death as something to be feared or avoided, see it as a natural part of existence, something that gives life its preciousness. When we embrace this duality, we can liberate ourselves from the paralyzing fear of death. Meditation practices like these, whether imagining yourself as a peaceful pebble or reflecting on the interconnectedness of birth and death, teach us to live a mindful life. They invite us to observe our thoughts, feelings, and emotions with calmness and tranquility. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to navigate our inner landscapes with grace. Each time we sit in stillness, we cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. We develop a greater appreciation for each moment, understanding that life is not just about the big events, but also the small, quiet experiences that shape our reality. As you engage in these exercises, remember that mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. Each moment spent in stillness brings you closer to understanding the intricate web of life, where everything is interconnected. You will find that with each practice, you become more attuned to the beauty of the present, ready to embrace life in all its complexities. So take a moment today to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and allow yourself to be the pebble in the river or the newborn baby embracing the essence of life. In doing so, you are not just meditating, you are awakening to the profound reality of existence. Summary of the Miracle of Mindfulness. In our fast-paced lives, it's all too easy to be pulled away from the present moment, caught up in the regrets of the past or the worries of the future. This tendency leads to a whirlwind of stress and anxiety, causing us to miss the beauty of life as it unfolds around us. Yet, within the chaos, there lies a profound truth: peace can be found right here and now. The key to accessing this inner tranquility lies in the practice of mindfulness, meditation, and conscious breathing. By cultivating mindfulness, we train our minds to focus on the present, allowing us to savor each moment and appreciate life in its fullness. One powerful technique highlighted in the book is the practice of wearing a gentle half-smile, reminiscent of the serene expression seen on the face of the Buddha. This simple gesture can shift our mindset, inviting a sense of calm and openness. It serves as a reminder to meditate not only on our own existence but also on the intricate web of interdependence that connects us to all living things. Through mindfulness, we learn that we are not isolated beings but part of a larger whole. Recognizing this interconnection fosters compassion and understanding, enabling us to live more fully in the present. By embracing each moment with awareness, we can transform our experiences, leading to a more peaceful and fulfilling life.